Welcome back, Focus learners. Today we're diving into another explainer, and this one is special. We are going on a cinematic journey through football history to look at the absolute greatest FIFA World Cup moments. Now, if you follow the sport, you already know the World Cup is way more than just a tournament, right? It's a complete global phenomenon. So let's break down exactly how these iconic moments shaped the beautiful game as we know it today.
I want you to take a second and really let this thought sink in. For nearly a century, the FIFA World Cup has delivered moments of pure magic, heartbreak, and unforgettable glory. These are the moments that made billions of fans jump from their seats and changed football forever. Seriously, think about that sheer scale for a minute. We're not just talking about goals or a standard 90-minute match here. We're talking about profound moments that transcend the game itself. Moments that spark intense joy, devastating tears, and literally unite billions of people across the globe at the exact same second. It's just wild.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our chronological roadmap for today. First, the birth of football legends. Second, the hand of God. Third, triumphs, comebacks, and shocks. Fourth, historic wins and stunned fans. And finally, number 5, the greatest final ever.
Section 1. Birth of football legends. Looking at 1958 and 1970.
Picture this. It's 1958, and a 17-year-old kid named Pelé steps onto the pitch and leads Brazil to World Cup glory. He literally changed football forever. I mean, just imagine that for a second. Imagine being practically a kid, high school age, stepping onto the world's absolute biggest stage and just completely dominating the competition. The scenes of this young player rising to greatness, literally crying on the shoulders of his teammates, it established the exact blueprint for the modern global superstar. This wasn't just a tournament win. It was the birth of the individual sporting icon.
Now, fast forward to 1970, and we get the true definition of the beautiful game. This legendary term was really cemented by the 1970 Brazilian team's iconic style. We're talking absolute tournament dominance, breathtaking passing sequences, and, once again, Pelé's sheer brilliance. Their fluid, almost artistic passing up and down the pitch, it shows exactly why their play style revolutionized global tactics. You see, it wasn't just about winning anymore. It was about elevating football to a form of high-speed synchronized art. It was a masterpiece.
Moving on to Section 2. The Hand of God, 1986.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that in the exact same match, we witnessed two wildly contrasting, defining moments that still shape football debates today. On one side, you have the highly controversial Hand of God goal by Diego Maradona against England. It was a moment of pure audacity that sparked this intense, ongoing discussion about rules and fairness. Yet mere minutes later, literally just minutes, Maradona delivers the incredible solo run, famously known as the goal of the century. Weaving through half the English team all by himself, he proved exactly why he's considered a football genius. It perfectly captures the duality of the sport, the rule-bending grit immediately followed by undeniable, breathtaking magic.
Next up, Section 3. Triumphs, comebacks, and shocks, spanning from 1998 to 2006.
Let's trace the rapid succession of dramatic events that really defined the turn of the century. In 1998, France wins at home. 4 years later, in 2002, we witness Ronaldo's unbelievable redemption story. And then, 2006, Zidane's shocking headbutt shakes the sporting world.
Going back to 1998, the French crowd absolutely erupts as France defeats the mighty Brazil. You can almost feel the stadium atmosphere just thinking about it. The deafening roar of an entire nation winning on home soil. It proves how the World Cup can totally unify a country. Then, the emotional narrative shifts gears in 2002. Brazilian striker Ronaldo overcomes these devastating, career-threatening injuries to score 2 crucial goals against Germany in the final. I mean, it's the ultimate human comeback story. A testament to pure resilience and willpower on the biggest stage possible.
But then, in 2006, the story takes a highly dramatic, honestly kind of dark turn. Zinedine Zidane's shocking headbutt in the final match brings an incredibly emotional, tragic ending to his otherwise stellar career. The build-up to this moment was so incredibly tense, and when it actually happened, the global fan reaction was nothing short of stunned disbelief. No one could process what they just saw. It was this visceral twist that completely overshadowed the match itself, showing us that under the highest pressure imaginable, even the greatest, most composed heroes are profoundly human.
Let's move on to Section 4, Historic Wins and Stunned Fans, looking at 2010 and 2014.
Let's move to and see how this builds through 3 monumental moments. First, in 2010, Spain's historic triumph.
Then, in 2014, Germany absolutely destroys Brazil, which was followed by Mario Götze's winner in the final. So in 2010, Andres Iniesta scores a late winning goal, sparking nationwide euphoria for Spain's first-ever World Cup victory. It completely validated their revolutionary tiki-taka passing style on the ultimate stage. Now, contrast that atmosphere with 2014, where Mario Götze secures the victory for Germany with a clinical, absolutely unforgettable goal in extra time. These were two very different types of tension on the pitch, but both resulted in pure ecstasy. It really proved that modern finals are so often decided by a single perfectly timed moment of brilliance.
But right in between those final triumphs, there is this number, 7-1. Just take a moment to let that sink in. 7-1. This represents the shocking 2014 semifinal where the host nation, Brazil, literally the spiritual home of football, was entirely dismantled on their own turf by Germany. We're talking tears in the stands, absolute disbelief on the global broadcast. It's a scoreline that completely shattered national expectations, and for sure it will forever be etched in World Cup history as one of the greatest sporting collapses of all time. No one saw that coming.
Finally, Section 5. The greatest final ever 2018 and 2022. In 2018, a new generation of young stars leads France to glory. Their game was focused entirely on blazing speed and unmatched skill. It genuinely showcased the future of football. But more importantly, that young French powerhouse laid the groundwork for the incredibly suspenseful narrative we got in 2022. Lionel Messi's ultimate quest to finally claim the one trophy that had eluded his otherwise perfect legendary career. The stakes literally couldn't have been higher.
And this brilliantly illustrates how the 2022 climax was an intense back-and-forth battle. On one side, you have France's incredible fight, with Kylian Mbappé scoring a hat trick and practically dragging his team back from the brink of defeat single-handedly. Just unbelievable stuff. And on the other side, Argentina's unshakable resolve, culminating in a victory secured in a tense, nail-biting penalty shootout. The raw tension captured in this matchup perfectly mirrors the emotional roller coaster of what many consider the greatest football match ever played.
Ultimately, Argentina secures the emotional victory, culminating in Lionel Messi finally lifting the World Cup trophy. It is truly awe-inspiring to watch. After years of heartbreak and near misses on the international stage, watching him lift that gold trophy draped in the stadium lights, it serves as the absolute perfect emotional resolution. It completely cemented his legacy and honestly, closed the book on an entire era of the sport. To summarize our explainer today, I want you to remember this quote. From Pelé to Messi, from miracle goals to unforgettable upsets, the FIFA World Cup continues to create moments that unite billions around the globe. As history has shown us, these aren't just games, not at all. They are deeply human stories of triumph, heartbreak, and sheer will that connect billions of people, regardless of language, background, or borders.
With every tournament, a new legend is born. So, as we look to the future, I have to ask, who will create the next unforgettable moment? Thank you so much for joining me on this Explainer Focused Learners. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and I'll see you next time.